LaPorte Gym in LaPorte, Indiana, where TV46 is proud to present the Indiana 4A North Girls Semi-State. It's the Penn Lady Kingsmen and the Northwestern Tigers in this game presented by the Indiana Fever. And how you doing, everybody? With my Hall of Fame partners, Bob Nagel and Bo Hunt. It's Chuck Freeby, and it's great to have you with us for our second semi-state on a Saturday. Congratulations to Adam Yoder and the Northwood Black Swish on winning the 3A North Semi-State earlier today. But Bob, in this game we have a Penn team that comes in with a record of 27-2. The Kingsmen did that with two starters out during the year. They're back now, healthy, and they look like an improved team.
Well, you talk about the chemistry that goes on in a basketball team, and to have all the parts back is really important. It'll help them defensively, and that's going to be a key in this game today. This is a team from Northwestern that is prolific from the outside, inside. They do everything. They get up and down the floor. So Penn has to totally be in control. You can't turn the ball over. You got to play solid defense every possession, and you got to go into the game believing you can win.
And that is easier said than done against the top-ranked and undefeated 28-0 Northwestern Tigers. Northwestern, winning back-to-back 3A state championships, has moved up to 4A this year. And it's really hurt them. They only won their regional by an average of 32 points a game.
Right, and you would have a lot of respect for this team if they had outside shooting, if they had rebounding, if they had quickness, if they had size. Oh, they've got all that. And that's one of the reasons that everybody around the state is saying that, well, Northwestern's going to be the 4A championship after winning the 3A last year. Everybody but Penn, everybody but Christy, Kineski, Ulrich, and the Penn Lady Kingsmen believe that. And so Penn's out to prove a point. They get the chip on the shoulder.
Bo Hunt working the sidelines again with us in this game. And Bo, we've talked about these two teams in general terms. But if I were a college basketball coach, this gym would be where I would want to be today, because there is a slew of D1 talent warming up out there right now.
Yeah, when you look at both these teams, I mean, a couple big Big Ten schools on Northwestern with Penn. They got a few going to other D1 schools as well. But there's a lot on the bench as well with some freshmen and sophomores that are going to get some playing time. I mean, this is the place to be if you want to see the talent that's in northern Indiana. And there's a reason both these teams are in semi-state, and that has a lot to do with it. The quality of players that they have on both these teams, not just starters, but girls coming off the bench as well.
Oh, and two coaches who have already won state championships, one for Christy Ulrich, 5 for Kathy Layden. We'll tell you all about it as we get you ready for this one with our Jordan Auto Group pregame show and the Jordan Automotive Keys to Win next on the 46 Game of the Week.
This is the WHME TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Interra Credit Union, South Bend Orthopedics, Bill's Heating, Jordan Automotive Group, Teachers Credit Union, IU South Bend, Electrical Workers Local 153, Crown Trophy, Imagineering Finishing Technology, and the IHSAA.
And this edition of the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you by the Jordan Auto Group. Simple, easy, stress-free. The two head coaches, Christy Ulrich on the left, Kathy Layden of Northwestern on the right, talking things over before meeting with the officials as we get ready for tip-off here between number 1 Northwestern and number 6 Penn. And it's time now to look at our keys to win, brought to you by the aforementioned Jordan Auto Group. For this Penn team, it's all about the backcourt. They have two outstanding junior guards who will likely be Division I players. One of them is Trinity Clinton, the two-time Northern Indiana Conference MVP. Clinton averaging almost 18 points and 5.5 rebounds per game. She leads the team in scoring, rebounds, assists, and steals. And now in the tournament, she's getting help from Caitlin Costner. The 5'6" junior was a transfer from Elkhart Central, had to sit during the regular season. But this year in the tournament, she's averaging 13 points and 5 rebounds per game. The keys to win for Christy Ulrich and the Lady Kingsmen.
Well, first of all, Penn has to read their cues on defense. And they've scouted this team. They've looked at them on tape. They know what they want to do, and you got to really be in position to take care of that. You got to attack offensively, and you got to do it with a lot of confidence. And you got to play with confidence and intensity. So the mental approach to this is really big. For head coach Christy Ulrich, she has 256 wins in her 11 seasons at Penn.
Well, we're really excited to be here playing in the semi-state this year, and what a great challenge before us playing against the two-time defending state champs. They're a terrific team. They're very well coached. They're very efficient offensively. They do a great job on the boards, and they use their length to really disrupt defensively.
Meanwhile, Northwestern relies on a pair of twin towers in their senior class. We'll start with the coach's daughter, Madison Layden, a Miss Basketball candidate. 16th all-time in scoring in the state of Indiana. She averages 26 points and 4 rebounds a game. She's committed to play at Purdue. She goes on the outside. On the inside, it's Kendall Bostic, who averages a double-double, 20 points and 10 rebounds a game. She's committed to play at Michigan State. Bostic needs just 12 points today to reach 2,000 for her career and already has over 1,000 career rebounds. The keys to win for the Tigers of Kathy Layden.
Number one key is to defend the big three, and we're not talking about 3 tall players from Penn. We're talking about that 3-point shot. They got to get out and keep Penn from getting that thing going. They got to handle the ball pressure that Penn will provide here today, and they have to take away the drive penetration. If they make Penn stay on the perimeter, number one, it makes it a tougher shot. Number two, it's tougher for them to get a rebound. And so head coach Kathy Layden, who's done this before, 5-time state champion with 335 wins in her 20 years as a head coach.
Well, I think for us, one of the main things is we're going to need to handle their defensive pressure that we know they're going to bring. I mean, they're a great team. They're well coached. And then defensively for us, we're going to need to contain them on the drive, but also know where pay is around the perimeter.
How dominant have these two programs been over the last 4 years? Penn has 98 wins in its senior class, second only to Northwestern, who comes in with a 4-year record of 106-8. Two Northern Titans go head-to-head in the 4A semi-state. These have been the Jordan Automotive keys to win. The tip-off is next on 46. And this edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Interra Credit Union. We get it because we live here too. Welcome back inside LaPorte High School. The LaPorte Gym in LaPorte, Indiana seats about 4,000 folks. It's not full today, but there's a good crowd on hand for this Class 4A semi-state matchup between the 6th-ranked Penn Kingsmen and the top-ranked Northwestern Tigers. Penn coming in with a record of 27-2, Northwestern 28-0. I'm Chuck Freeby, joined by Bob Nagel and Bo Hunt. Happy to bring you this one, and thankful for Lori Sumter at Phil Hahn and Associates, who sponsors our live stream on both YouTube and Facebook, as well as through the IHSAA website. So the starting lineup's being introduced. Here's Bob Nagel.
For the Penn Kingsmen, Jordan Smith will start at a guard. She wears number 10. She's a 5'6" junior. Also 5'6" and a junior is Caitlin Costner. She wears number 14. Reagan Pate is a 5'8" senior. She wears number 22. She'll be at a guard. Inside, Antrice Shelton wears number 34, 6'2" senior. And Trinity Clinton plays inside and outside, does it all for Penn. Trinity Clinton wears number 42. She's a 5'7" junior. For the Northwestern Tigers, Claire Merrill will start at a guard, 5'9" senior. Also at a guard is number 13, Sarah Heaver. The forwards, Madison Layden is also listed as a guard, 6'1" senior. And the bigger players inside, McKenna Layden is a 6'1" freshman, the sister of Madison Layden. And Kendall Bostic is the load, 6'1" senior. She wears number 44, tough inside for the Northwestern Tigers. So I tell you what, when you look at the matchup here today, and with all due respect to the teams that are playing in the Southern Semi-State, this could be the state championship game right here today between Penn and Northwestern.
Well, the winner of this one will face the winner of Lawrence North and Bedford North Lawrence next Saturday night around 8:30 down at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. The series history, these two teams have never met before. But if you look at their tournament history, Penn has won 9 regionals and 3 semi-states. Northwestern has won 3 regionals and 2 semi-states, and all of those have been in the era of this current senior class. The officials as assigned by the Indiana High School Athletic Association. On the left is Rob Couch. In the middle is Kim Yelich. And on the right is Jimmy Arnett. And you merit your way into this tournament just like the teams do. So congratulations to these 3 outstanding officials. And the Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you there is an official shortage out there. So if, like many fans, you do such a great job from the stands, perhaps you would like to be on the court and help out. We encourage you to go get your officiating license.
Great way to stay in shape, great way to stay part of the game, and it's a great way to make a couple of bucks. But the biggest thing is you're helping the game of basketball in the state of Indiana, and they certainly deserve and have earned the ability to do that. The opening tip being brought to you by the Penn Boosters here today, and to call today's 4A semi-state action, my partner, Chuck Freeby.
Northwestern in white, Penn in black. The tip is knocked out of bounds, and it was knocked out of bounds by Northwestern, so Penn will get the basketball. The Penn Lady Kingsmen come in with a record of 27-2 overall. They beat the second-ranked team in Indiana, Crown Point and LaPorte, on this floor in the regional last week. Trinity Clinton handles the basketball up top, waving off Jordan Smith. Caitlin Costner, the transfer from Elkhart Central, now has it as Northwestern opens up in a man-to-man defense. Clinton got a step on her defender and took it on in strong for 2. That is one of the favorite moves of Trinity Clinton, so explosive with that first step. It's 2-0. Northwestern is 28-0. They're ranked number 1 in the state of Indiana. Their closest game was an out-of-state opponent, Maine West. They won by 3. Their closest in-state, they beat Indianapolis North Central by 14 late in the season. Kendall Bostic up strong but couldn't get it to go, and the rebound comes to Caitlin Costner. Kingsmen want to run in the early going. Jordan Smith for 3. It's off the mark, and the rebound to Madison Layden. Our first quarter today brought to us by our friends at Bub Funeral Chapel. Well, they set a back screen for Kendall Bostic. She wasn't aware that the ball was coming her way, and it's the first turnover of the game for Northwestern. As you take a look at Christy Ulrich on the bench in front of the Penn squad, 256 and just 31 losses in her 11 years at the helm.
Build a great program at Penn High School. A lot of pride, what these ladies do.
Antree Shelton gets her first touch, launches a 3, it's off the mark, and the rebound comes down to McKenna Layden. McKenna Layden, the freshman sister of Madison Layden. And now we've got a whistle and a pushing call against Penn. That's Kathy Layden on the bench, 5-time state champ. She won 3 at Tri-Central, 03, 04, and 05. And the last 2 years at Northwestern in 18 and 19. As Layden, McKenna Layden takes the 3 and hits. The freshman, a 44% three-point shooter, shows no fear in the semi-state. Ball kicked out of bounds by Northwestern. Penn will retain possession.
What a pure shot. And she and her sister both have the ability to fire up those three-pointers.
Now, they only gave her 2 on the scoreboard, so apparently they're saying that Layden had her foot on the line, and this is a 2-2 ball game. And in the truck, they tell me the foot was on the line. Clinton at the other end finds the bank open on a Saturday evening in LaPorte. 4-2 Penn. Bostic goes to Claire Merrill. Now McKenna Layden into the paint. Couldn't get it to go. Lost the rebound to Clinton, and the Kingsmen will run. Clinton all the way down, and it is a bucket and a bump for Trinity Clinton as she draws the foul on Madison Layden. And you'll get another look from SBO and can make the call at home. Layden moving into Clinton, it appeared on the replay.
Yeah, if folks had any reason to wonder why she was the 2-time NIC Most Valuable Player, take a look. she's been off to a great start here today.
Free throw sponsored by Klein Custom Homes, and the 57% free throw shooter has all 7 of Penn's points. Claire Merrill out top gets the sign from Kathy Layden in front of the Tiger bench. Madison Layden is fouled aggressively by Caitlin Costner, her first. So Northwestern will inbound underneath its offensive basket, running out of a stack formation. Claire Merrill in the corner. Now McKenna Layden down low on the block. Kendall Bostic's left-hand layup, no good. Shelton the rebound for Penn. Kingsman already up 5. Clinton travels.
First turnover for Penn, 1 for Northwestern so far. Penn shooting the ball extremely well. They're 3 out of 5 so far in the ball game. 1 out of 4 thus far for Northwestern.
This may be one of the biggest deficits Northwestern has faced this year. Down low to Bostic, down on the block. She couldn't score over Shelton. Now Bostic gets tied up, and they'll call a loose ball foul underneath on Penn. Take another look on the SBO replay as the foul is called on Antry Shelton, her first. Merrill, boy, she's got a Penn defender right in her grill with Costner right there. Layden, even though she's 6'1", she handles it up top. Bostic at the high post. Now Bostic hands it off for Claire Merrill, but she's shut off by Costner again. And the Penn fans come to their feet appreciative of the defense. Layden lost the handle. Penn's got a breakaway. Costner going the distance for 2. 9-2 Kingsman.
A lot of bumping and grinding on that last turnover. The officials letting them play.
Bostic open underneath, got that bucket to go, and Kendall Bostic scores her first points of the game.
Missed her first 3 tries.
Now let's see how Christy Ulrich calls it here, trying to get Northwestern out of this shell of a defense, but Clinton went right in and was rejected by Bostic. Here come the Tigers. 3 on the way from McKenna Layden is short, but she gets her own rebound and dumps it off to Bostic for the easy deuce. Kendall Bostic, an all-state player as a junior. You know she will be again this year with the numbers she's putting up.
Nice offensive rebound there for Northwestern.
Clinton off a great pass, couldn't get the layup, and Madison Layden with the rebound. Northwestern trying to pick up the tempo a little bit. Merrill to Bostic. Penn playing a solid man-to-man so far. Layden's pass tipped and stolen by Clinton. 3-on-3 break for Penn. Pate for 3. It's sponsored by Rue 152. Reagan Pate, the state's leading three-point shooter, just drilled her 96th of the year. Merrill underneath to Bostic, who's proving to be a tough matchup for Antry Shelton. Bostic already with 6.
Shelton got to be careful, though. You don't want to commit a foul down there. Again, you're hoping that she could miss once in a while.
Clinton went in with the left hand and scored. She has 9. She had 20 in the regional championship on this court last week. Layden tried to go back door to her sister, and her sister couldn't get by Caitlin Costner. So Ellie Boyer, a 5'4" junior who will play softball at Butler, checks in, and Sarah Heaver checks out.
Miller Senior Living Community in Wakarusa is a proud supporter of the Penn High School girls basketball team. Miller's provides short-term rehab, assisted living, and long-term care to our seniors, serving Elkhart County and the surrounding communities. Find out more at millersmarymanor.com. Go Penn, Lady Kingsman.
Jada Patton takes the place of Trinity Clinton, who needs a breather. That means Costner and Smith will have to take more of a leadership role here. Costner trying to get around Madison Layden. They call the block on Madison Layden. That's her second. A big foul right there. And quickly, Kathy Layden will go to the bench and put Leah Carter, a 6-foot sophomore, in for Madison Layden.
Boy, that is a big, big moment in this game with Penn leading by 6 with the ball.
The leading scorer of the Tigers saddled with 2 fouls in the first quarter. Let's see if Penn tries to attack Bostic now with Layden out of the game. Patton corrals the pass and then travels.
Second turnover on Penn, 3 for Northwestern so far. And our thanks to the team from St. Andrews Products for making our crew look good. They can do the same for your school or corporation. Call them at 800-628-9922 or email them at sales@standrewscorp.com. Your expectations become our standards, and the answer is always yes. Now, what's the question?
Kendall Bostic getting some rough treatment from the Kingsmen underneath, and then it got feisty after the play as well. The foul will be called on Reagan Pate. That's her first, but watch the action after the whistle blows here. A little get out of my face. And then Claire Merrill stepped on the baseline out of bounds, and Penn gets the ball back after a turnover, and Clinton will come in.
Penn has 4 fouls so far in the game, but nobody has more than 1.
So Clinton takes the place of Costner. Christy Ulrich rotating her guards in their substitution pattern to try to keep them fresh down the stretch. Clinton attacking the younger Layden and charges. Good defense that time by McKenna Layden. She kept her body in front of Trinity Clinton.
Now 5 players have 1 foul for Penn. Folks, Teachers Credit Union understands the importance of growing your future, whether you're growing your family, your square footage, or your business. Teachers Credit Union is here for you with financial solutions that will help you succeed. Visit tcunet.com to start growing your future today. Federally insured by the NCUA, they are an equal housing opportunity lender.
McKenna Layden tried to go back door. The pass wouldn't go through, and it went out of bounds off Leah Carter's foot. So another Northwestern turnover. And Penn with a 14-8 lead going into the final 50 seconds of period number 1. Let's see how Christy Ulrich plays it.
I think the longer that Northwestern is making some mistakes and got in foul trouble, the longer that kind of play goes on, the more confidence Penn will gain.
Penn really pulling the offense out far, trying to get Northwestern into a man-to-man matchup here.
Folks, we can tell you can get back in the game with South Bend Orthopedics, team physicians for the University of Notre Dame since 1947.
It's Jordan Smith on the dribble with the left hand. Now Trinity Clinton, you see the clock bottom left corner. Clinton around Merrill for 2. She has 11 in the first. Merrill stripped by Pate. And the first quarter comes to an end. And a very impressive first quarter for the Penn Lady Kingsmen, especially Trinity Clinton, the 2-time NIC MVP with 11 in the stanza. And the Kingsmen lead by 8 after 1 on 46. And this edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by IU South Bend, fulfilling the promise. Let's get a Bills Heating sideline report from our correspondent Bo Hunt down by the Penn bench. Your thoughts on that first quarter?
Well, I thought it was a lot similar to the first game that we saw here today. A lot about defense, and the team that came in here on both games so far that have averaged the most points have been held to the less points in that first quarter. Only 8 points for Northwestern in that first quarter. They're averaging over 70 a game, so I think that's a big key factor. Defense for this Kingsman team.
Thank you very much, Bo. Numbers from the first quarter, Bob.
4 out of 9 shooting for Northwestern. It's not awful, but they only had 9 shots. Penn had 11, made 7 of the 11 shots, and also 1 out of 3 from three-point range, 1 out of 1 from the line. No three-pointers for Northwestern in that first quarter, and they didn't get to the line.
Madison Layden back in the game with 2 fouls, and it didn't stop her from getting her first basket of the game. Layden, second in the state in scoring, 3-pointers and free throws. Averaging 26 a game, but that's her first deuce in this one.
Northwestern needs to have some urgency about climbing into that Penn lead.
Shelton was able to corral that pass and then takes the wing jumper, no good. And here's McKenna Layden with the rebound. McKenna Layden, only a freshman. When she was born in 2005, she was born on a Tuesday. Her mom, Kathy, was coaching again in a game on Thursday. Madison Layden tries to go in strong and draw some contact here against the Kingsmen. This will be on Jordan Smith, her first.
Yeah, I've got her with 2.
You're correct.
Folks, the law offices of Len Zappia wish Penn success in today's semi-state. If you have a family law need, call Len Zappia. He's at 287-2240. That's 287-2240.
Claire Merrill with the 3 for Northwestern, her 37th three-pointer of the year. She's a very good outside shooter. A little bit overshadowed on this Northwestern team sometimes, but she's committed to play ball at Indiana Wesleyan. Costner, now Jada Patton on the outside. Patton just came in for Jordan Smith after she picked up her second foul. Tigers have trimmed the lead to 3, and Penn will work a little bit of clock here. Patton goes inside to Costner, who's blocked by Bostic. Madison Layden up top. Goes to her sister McKenna at the top of the key. Now Bostic. Right now, Northwestern just trying to get something going as this Penn defense continues to push it further outside.
8-4 rebounding advantage right now for Northwestern.
Good defense by Costner, a little too good. She shoved Bostic out of the way. And that's the second on Caitlin Costner, and fouls start to become an issue for the Kingsmen.
Congratulations, Kingsmen, on a great season, and good luck today from Topping Dental Group, providing complete dental care and featuring no money down orthodontics. Visit Topping Dental Group in Napanee or Bristol for all of your dental needs.
So Delaney Sanchez checks in for Penn as Kendall Bostic, a 73% free throw shooter, goes to the line. And Bostic hits the first. Bostic has played with Madison Layden since 3rd grade. 15 double-doubles so far this season for the big senior, who now has 8 points in this game.
Missed her first 3 shots. She's made her next 3 plus the 2 free throws.
And all of a sudden, we're down to a 1-point game here in LaPorte. Clinton driving in. Bostic rejects her and then rejects Patton. Battle for the loose ball. Held ball goes to Penn. What a defensive sequence for Kendall Bostic, who came into this game with 56 block shots and has racked up at least 3 here in the second quarter.
That first one might have been a pass attempt, but they got a hand on it defensively anyway.
You're kind. Penn by 1 with the ball. Clinton goes over the top to Shelton for 2. And Tree Shelton, a senior who averages 6 points a game, committed to Purdue Northwest. She gets her first basket. Madison Layden, oh, what a pretty pass to Bostic, who couldn't get it, but she's fouled by Shelton for her second. But that was a beautiful pass from Layden.
It really was, and a set play.
Take another look on the SBO replay. And it almost looked like a no-look that time from Madison Layden.
And they left the back door open.
Bostic now with 9 as she hits the first. Penn will go to the bench again. Caroline Morris in for Antry Shelton.
Good luck, Penn, from your friends at Truck Accessories Group, the maker of Lear brand truck cap. TAG is the #1 producer of fiberglass and aluminum truck caps, proudly made in the USA. Truck Accessories Group has been in your backyard for over 50 years, and they're a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Kendall Bostic hits the free throw. She now has 10. That is her 75th consecutive game in double figures. A kick is called on Northwestern, and Penn will have to inbound from the side. A lot of kids don't even play in 75 games in their career. She's got 75 consecutive with 10 or more. Cross-court pass to Clinton. Now Jada Patton down the lane, pulled up, too strong. Bostic another rebound. Tigers with a chance to take the lead on this possession. Madison Layden. Boy, a lot of action going on the screens. And finally, they're going to get Delaney Sanchez for a foul called going up against Claire Merrill. There is a whole lot of bumping and chugging underneath, as you're going to see on the SBO replay. The back screen on Sanchez, and she just tried to go through Merrill like an offensive lineman.
I think the contact had come from Merrill to begin with, and then Sanchez gets caught giving a little bit back.
So Merrill, a 72% free throw shooter, goes to the stripe. This is a very good foul shooting Northwestern team. They shoot 77% from the free throw line as a team.
Who does that?
Nobody anymore. That used to be the standard. And then people like Virgil Sweet passed away, and Skip Collins.
Yep.
And now Northwestern's back on top, 19-18, and the Purple Clads come to their feet.
11 points in less than 4 minutes in the second quarter for Northwestern.
It's an 11-2 run.
Just how prolific they can be.
Penn has had some opportunities and not been able to convert them. And remember, Penn's battling some foul trouble. Right now, they have 3 players from their bench out on the floor. Clinton is a starter. Threw up a wild shot to get it over Bostic, and here comes Northwestern the other way. Merrill down low to Bostic. Now Merrill, good head and shoulder fake. She'll take the wing too and missed it badly. And then we've got an over-the-back foul on McKenna Layden.
Merrill might have been too wide open.
Christy Ulrich goes back to her bench. Caitlin Costner with 2 fouls comes in. Jordan Smith with 2 fouls comes in. So you get the sense that Ulrich thinks that this is a pivotal point in the game.
Penn has 9 personal fouls called against them so far here in the first half, and just 3 against Northwestern. But all 3 of them belong to the Laydens. Madison has 2, and McKenna has 1.
Kingsman trailing by 1 midway through the second quarter. Jordan Smith to Trinity Clinton. Reagan Pate. Got to cover her up anytime she gets the ball outside the arc. Boy, Madison Layden just took an elbow in the back on a screen, and then Jordan Smith hit a 3. Smith with just her 4th three-pointer of the year. She's coming back. She missed most of the season with an ACL injury. Madison Layden trying to get the step on Smith, lays it up and in.
Well, that one tried to get out too, didn't it?
We're tied at 21. Thanks for joining us, and hopefully you're enjoying this one, watching the live stream sponsored by Lori Sumter at Phil Hahn and Associates. Second quarter brought to us by Bub Funeral Chapel.
The Bub Funeral Chapel is here for your family and a proud supporter of high school athletics. Good luck to the Kingsmen. Bub Funeral Chapel offers full range of services. Call them at 255-3126 or visit bubfuneralchapel.com.
Costner showing explosive speed as she went down the baseline for that basket. The transfer from Elkhart Central has 4. Madison Layden with a pretty scoop layup for 2 right there. You'll meet her at halftime, one of our TCU Student Athletes of the Week. Penn calls out the play they call chin.
She wants to study pharmacy down at Purdue.
Here's Jordan Smith for 3. That's off the mark, and the rebound to Madison Layden. Basically came down to Purdue or Iowa for Madison Layden as Kendall Bostic scores the 2,000th point of her career with that basket. 12 points for Bostic in the game, and the Tigers are on top. But congratulations to Bostic for eclipsing the 2,000 mark. Ball knocked away. Here's Madison Layden, 4-2. And a timeout called by Christy Elrick. It's sponsored by Truck Accessories Group. 1:13 to go in the first half. Northwestern with its biggest lead, up by 4 on 46. This edition of the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by South Bend Orthopedics. They're the team physicians for the University of Notre Dame since 1947.
Klein Custom Homes says, go Penn, beat Northwestern. Klein Custom Homes is Michigan's premier home builder. Come visit one of our exclusive neighborhoods, North Point Shores, Hidden Trails, or the villas at Cobblestone Square, all located in Granger, Indiana. For more information, visit us at KleinCustomHomes.com.
Christy Ulrich bending the ear of official Rob Couch for the last 15 seconds of that timeout. Not pleased with the foul discrepancy at 9-3, I'm sure. Also not pleased that her team that led by 8 after 1 is now down 4. Northwestern has ratcheted up the defense quite a bit here in the second quarter.
Penn has had success a little bit going against Merrill and a little bit against McKenna Layden.
Madison Layden on the bench with 2 fouls right now here at the end of the first half. Would Penn hold for just 1 shot here? Not sure. Pregame Pate went down in a heap in the lane trying to cut across. And Penn seems content to hold for the last shot.
Well, if you told them before the game they'd be within 4 at halftime, would have taken it.
Much closer than many people thought, except for those wearing black and gold. Clinton goes behind the back, switches hands, forces one up, no good. And the rebound batted around and comes down harmlessly as the first period or first half comes to an end. Bo Hunt is standing by with head coach Christy Ulrich in the Bills Heating sideline report.
Christy going to halftime down by 4. First quarter was a little bit different than that second quarter. You guys outplayed them a little bit. Just your thoughts on the foul situation and the course of play.
You know, all I ask for is there to be some consistency with some certain things, and I feel that I'm not really seeing that right now, but we've played through situations like this before in the state tournament, so we're just going to make sure that we maintain our composure here down the stretch, heading in here to the second half.
Thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.
Back to you guys.
As advertised, the Northwestern Tigers relying heavily on their senior bigs. Madison Layden had 8 points in the second quarter. Kendall Bostic has 12 in the first half. And the Tigers lead Penn by 4 at the break in the 4A semi-state on 46.
Now we welcome you back to LaPorte High School. This is the 4A semi-state between Northwestern and Penn, and we're getting a chance at halftime to interview our student athletes of the week, brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you to go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. And with us from Northwestern, a young lady named Madison Layden, who's strangely related to the coach. I think we're going to talk to her in just a moment, and we got to talk to Reagan Pate from Penn High School. And Reagan, first of all, congratulations on being singled out for this award and all the great work you've done.
Thank you very much.
You got a lot of success in the classroom as well as on the basketball court. Talk about the discipline it takes to keep everything in order and take care of business.
It just takes a lot of time management and hard work to keep your priorities set. You got to get all your schoolwork done and make sure you're always working on the court.
There was a time years ago when basketball was kind of a 3-month sport. Now it's almost all year. You're playing in the summertime and working on your skills. And Coach Kineski Ulrich is an outstanding coach. What does it mean to be on the team, but also in the semi-state?
It means everything to be here my senior year. So last time we get a chance at state again. It's just really exciting.
Talk about your plans for the future.
I'll be attending the University of St. Francis to play basketball and study pre-med.
Not too far from home. That'll be good. The family can go watch you play.
Yep.
Talk about your family. Talk about the people who helped you be successful.
My mom and dad. My dad's always in the gym with me. My mom is one of my biggest supporters. My little brother, I always play basketball with him. He challenges me in one-on-one, so yeah.
That's good. You can make him better too, right?
Yes.
Reagan, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Reagan Pate from Penn High School, our Student Athlete of the Week. Madison Layden is with us now. Madison is going to Purdue. I don't blame you. It's a great program. Sharon Verso does a great job. Congratulations on all your success. You've been working really hard, and here you are, a senior, and hard to believe how fast it goes by, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy being here my senior year in semi-state, so yeah.
You handle things in the classroom as well as on the court. Talk about the discipline you got to have your priorities set.
Yeah, I just try and get all my homework done in school, so once I'm out of school, I go to practice, and then when I get home, I won't have any homework, so I'll just get to rest, and then that's my...
That's a good idea. And you want to study pharmacy at Purdue?
Yep, so it'll be a little hard, but that's just what I want to do.
Good for you. That's a great choice. Talk about the work that you put in and what else you're involved with at Northwestern.
Yeah, I put in a lot of work. I play volleyball and tennis as well, so it's sometimes hard balancing sports and school, but that's just something I love to do.
Good for you. Of course, tennis, if it wasn't for the lines in the net, I would have been a real good player. Yeah. Talk about, give some credit to the people that have helped you along the way.
Yeah, I'm just so thankful for my whole family. They've just supported me this whole journey, so I just want to say thanks to them.
How do you get along with the coach?
We have to get along, so, I see her at home too, so I see her all the time.
Well, Madison, congratulations on all your success. All the best to you at Purdue.
Thank you very much.
All right, Madison Layden from Northwestern High School. And Reagan Pate is with us from Penn High School, our Student Athletes of the Week, brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you, go online at tcunet.com. Find out how you can become a member today. We're back with some halftime stats and highlights in just a moment. You're watching the Class 4A Girls Semi-State between Penn and Northwestern here on TV 46.
And this edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Indiana High School Athletic Association, partnering with TV 46 for 30 years. Chuck Freeby, Bob Nagel, Bo Hunt, back with you at halftime where Northwestern leads Penn 27-23 in a highly entertaining first half here in LaPorte. Your thoughts on that first half?
Well, when you see how Northwestern got out to kind of a slow start, and it wasn't all that bad, but in the second quarter they didn't miss a shot from the free throw line or from the field, and that obviously turned things around. And you're shooting 100%, that's pretty tough to stop.
Tends to help the cause. Let's show you how it got to be this way here in LaPorte today, as the Kingsmen, as Bob mentioned, got off to a great start behind Trinity Clinton. The game plan for Northwestern was try to go inside to Kendall Bostic, and they did that a little bit in the first quarter, but Reagan Pate had a big three-pointer to help key a Penn surge. Kathy Layden knew that her team was up against it in the first quarter, facing as large a deficit as they have all year, with Trinity Clinton going inside for 2 there. It was 16-8 after 1. Claire Merrill started to heat up, as did everybody else for Northwestern in the second quarter. As Bob mentioned, they shot 100% in stanza. Antry Shelton got loose underneath for a bucket. Penn was trying to keep the lead. It didn't hurt when Jordan Smith drained this 3 to put them up by 2, but Northwestern came right back down the floor. Madison Layden with a pretty scoop to tie it up, and then Layden would lead the break to Kendall Bostic for 2 more. Northwestern up by 4 at the break, and the numbers, well, much different than what we saw in game 1 here in the 3A semi-state. 2 teams executing at a pretty high level.
Yeah, this is pretty much the point total after 3 quarters of that first game. But when you look at the field goal percentage, 10 out of 16 for Northwestern, 62%. Penn, not bad, 45% is pretty good. 3-pointers, Penn 2 out of 5, and Northwestern just 1 out of 2. Here's the big one, the free throws. 6 out of 6 for Northwestern, and 1 out of 1 for Penn. The reason I bring that up is not only were they perfect in 6 tries, but Penn had some foul trouble. The numbers started to add up. They had to make some substitutions based on getting people off the floor that had 2 fouls. Now, they survived that. Nobody got their third. But again, it's a concern, as Christy Ulrich told Bo Hunt going into halftime. I just want a fair opportunity from the officials, and that's as nice as you can say it without complaining.
She couched her phrasing a little bit better than that. She couched her phrasing in a way that's not going to get her fined. You would have been fine. Nevertheless, we're at the break. Northwestern leads Penn by a count of 27-23. Stick around. We've got second half play-by-play coming your way from LaPorte after this on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week brought to you in part by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned. Saw Bo Hunt got the ear of Kathy Layden as she came out to coach the second half. What kind of adjustments is Northwestern looking to make, Bo?
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to Kathy and asked her, first off, about Bostic's play in the first half. I thought it was tremendous offensively and defensively as well, and she agreed. She said we did just a great job of really getting the ball inside. I asked her the difference between first and second quarter, and she said the biggest thing was just ball movement. We weren't able to get the ball inside and kick it back out. Every time we tried to go inside, we either missed a shot or turned it over, because we're going to try to really move the ball a little bit more when we get inside, and also kick it out and get some 3-pointers as well. Guys?
All right, stick around. Second half play-by-play after this from LaPorte on 46. And this edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by the electrical workers of Local 153. They're making our community brighter. Third quarter tonight brought to us by our friends at Bub Funeral Chapel.
And the folks at Granger Lawnmower remind you spring is right around the corner. It's time to get your lawnmower serviced and ready to go. Or check out the new ones while selection is the best. Check out GrangerLawnmowerPlace.com.
McKenna Layden's 3 is off the mark, and here comes Jordan Smith with the rebound for the Kingsmen, who trail by 4 to start the second half.
First miss in a while for Northwestern.
Penn with its starters on the floor, and a turnover as Madison Layden gets the steal. She'll try to take it all the way in, and drew the contact against Caitlin Costner, who gets her 3rd foul. Madison Layden, now one of the top 15 scorers in the history of the state of Indiana. She has 2,320 career points, and she is a 90% free throw shooter on the year. Bob, I said that after she missed.
Yeah, so
I just want the jury to understand that. 9 points now for Layden. Northwestern with its biggest lead at 5. Here's Costner with an explosive move to the basket, but she shot it too hard, and Merrill corrals the loose change. Layden working outside. Now it's McKenna Layden. Lobs it down low, but Clinton was there to break up the pass.
Costner got to be a little bit careful. Got that 3rd foul, and then she was very aggressive on that drive to the basket.
Merrill triggers the inbound to Madison Layden. Madison Layden using that 6'1" frame. Antrese Shelton came over to help out, but she didn't quite go straight up with the arms, got some body contact and picked up her third foul. And Madison will go back to the stripe.
Hardware Plus is a proud supporter of high school sports and has been Osceola's favorite local hardware store for nearly a century. Featuring a wide selection of products and customer service experts, Hardware Plus, where service begins with the words, "How can I help you?" and a handshake.
Madison Layden now with 10, and Christy Ulrich wants a timeout. It's sponsored by Truck Accessories Group. 7 minutes to go in the third. Tigers up by 6 on 46. This edition of the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by Bill's Heating, keeping families and businesses comfortable since 1951. Christy Ulrich with her Penn team huddled around her. They have been on a little bit of a slide here and trail by 6 with free throws coming.
Foodies from all over are discovering a trip to Napanee to experience Rue 152 Bistro and Brewery is well worth it. Featuring a 2-story layout with a big city look and feel, yet offering small town service. Rue 152's eclectic menu is something for everyone. Find Rue 152 on Facebook for more information.
Madison Layden, 3-sport athlete, misses the free throw. She plays volleyball and tennis. In fact, she has one more season coming up, and that's girls tennis. But of the 11 sectionals that she has played in so far, she has won 10 of them between volleyball, basketball, and tennis. Number 1 girls tennis player on her team.
Not a bad record.
Oh, by the way, the head coach of all 3 of those teams is her mom.
Yeah.
Kathy Layden not only coaches the basketball team at Northwestern, she coaches volleyball and tennis. And a bucket in the bump right there for Caitlin Costner.
Caitlin seems to have a little fire under her since that third foul. She knows that she could have limited minutes here, but she got a basket looking for a free throw.
Well, Costner has a great motor. She has 6 points today. She'll take a free throw sponsored by Klein Custom Homes. 74% free throw shooter on the year, and she drains that one and gets us back to a 3-point game. By the way, the foul was called on Claire Merrill, her first. Sarah Heaver. Now they lob it down low for Bostic, but the ball hit the bottom of the backboard, and Penn takes advantage. Costner on the run to Shelton, who goes in strong for 2. Penn looking good in transition there, and they get it back to a 1-point game.
Very aggressive, very successful with that aggressive play.
Madison Layden outside the arc. Second best 3-point shooter in the state, nearly threw it away. Merrill didn't know the ball was coming. Now McKenna Layden. Sarah Heaver. They could work it around well to Bostic, who goes up strong but couldn't hit the shot. And Reagan Pate collects the loose change on the floor. Trinity Clinton coming all the way in. Nobody stopped her. And one.
She's going to have an opportunity for a free throw coming up. Chuck, one of the big things about Bostic's miss at the other end is there was no foul committed by Penn. And again, when you get the ball in that close, you want to play good defense, but not, you don't foul her and give her a 3-point opportunity.
Clinton's free throw sponsored by Klein Custom Homes. She comes up empty on that one, but Penn retakes the lead at 30-29. The winner plays the winner of Lawrence North and Bedford North Lawrence for the 4A championship next week. Beautiful backdoor pass to Madison Layden, who lays it in. She now has 12. Her 37th straight game in double figures.
Well, we got ourselves a chess match, don't we?
31-30 in favor of Northwestern. 2-time state champs in 3A. They moved up to 4A and ranked number 1 at the end of the regular season. Jordan Smith in trouble. Shelton bails her out. Jordan Smith thought about the 3, but Madison Layden within range. Now Caitlin Costner outside. It went off of a hand and out of bounds. And Jimmy Arnett getting overruled here by Rob Couch. Kim Yelich agrees. It's Northwestern ball.
Good to see the officials working together so well. Folks, Imagineering Finishing Technology celebrating 60 years as the industry knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. 60 years of serving the automotive, medical, aerospace, military, and defense industries. Go to iftworldwide.com for more information. Like the teams in today's game, they're working toward a great finish.
Madison Layden misses the three. Caitlin Costner goes the distance but couldn't get it to go. And here comes Northwestern the other way. And there's still 4 minutes to go in what has been an electrifying third period. Now we've got a foul called on the outside. I think this might be on Jordan Smith. If it is, it's her third. Watch Smith, number 10 here, going right through the screen of Ellie Boyer.
Again, being very aggressive, but foul number 3, that's, again, a number that Christy Ulrich really was concerned about at halftime.
Claire Merrill, guarded well by Delaney Sanchez. Tigers trying to build on a 1-point lead. Madison Layden couldn't turn the corner on Shelton that time. McKenna Layden's been in the lane for a long time. No 3-second call, but Penn gets the steal anyway.
5 turnovers now for Northwestern.
Trinity Clinton charges. They'll wave off the basket.
Penn fans feel like got one taken away there, but see it again that it's definitely contact.
McKenna Layden was planted in the lane. Now McKenna Layden falls down in the lane. It's been a very physical matchup here in the 4A North Semi-State.
The Penn Boosters congratulate the Lady Kingsmen on a great season. Are rooting for them today. Whatever school district you live in, join your school's Booster Club. They're an important group for schools. Last year, the Penn Boosters Board gave over $50,000 back to academic clubs and sports. Follow them on Facebook for upcoming events.
4 fouls now on Jordan Smith. Madison Layden back to the free throw line. Gets that one to go. Penn will go to the bench. And Caitlin Costner will come back in to take the place of Smith. Madison Layden, not only a great scorer, she has had 100 assists, rebounds, and steals all 4 years of her high school career. My goodness.
Pretty impressive.
Meanwhile, Costner, a lot of contact, and a foul was called on the outside by Jimmy Arnett. They'll send Costner to the line for 2. You get another look from SBO. They'll call the foul on McKenna Layden. Said she gave her a little bit of a hip check right there.
Yeah, Jimmy Arnett had the angle and made the call. Folks, Miller Senior Living Community in Wakarusa is the proud supporter of the Penn High School girls basketball team. Miller's provides short-term rehab, assisted living, and long-term care to our seniors, serving Elkhart County and the surrounding communities. Find out more at millersmarymanor.com. Go Penn, Lady Kingsman.
Costner now with 8. We're back to a 2-point game. Madison Layden guarded well by Delaney Sanchez, who committed to Manchester in both basketball and softball this week. And we've got a foul called underneath, which will send Layden back to the stripe. Here's another look from SBO as they call the foul on Sanchez, her second. Madison Layden, I don't know if she's got some, she's wiping off the goggles with the bottom of those shorts.
Yep. Still got about 10 minutes to play in this game, over 10 minutes to play, and the fouls on the Penn side are really really mounting.
Well, and Northwestern will be in the bonus the rest of the way. A concern for Christy Ulrich, who knows that this Northwestern team shoots 77% from the foul line as a squad. And Layden, the last person you want there, she's a 90% free throw shooter. That's not only second in the state of Indiana, that's 5th best in the United States. And Shelton just lost the ball out of bounds. Let's go to Bo Hunt quickly for a Bills Heating sideline report. The foul story was a concern of Christy Ulrich's at halftime. Not getting any better right now.
No, it's not. I mean, you got Shelton with 3, Costner with 3, Smith with 4. I mean, right now for the game, it's 15 fouls for Penn, only 6 for Northwestern at this time, guys.
Still, Penn within striking distance, only trailing by 4. Lob down low to Bostic. She missed the layup, but puts it back up and draws another Penn foul. I think this one's on Shelton. That would be her 4th.
Wow. Shelton's got 4. Smith has 4.
Randy Armstrong working the camera underneath for the SBO replay that time. Kendall Bostic, 73% free throw shooter, nails that one.
First point of the second half for Bostic after a terrific first half with 12 points.
Jada Patton checks in for Shelton, who goes to the bench. And Northwestern doing some damage at the charity line, lead by 6. Penn working the ball around the perimeter. Costner finds Pate open for 3. Not that time. It's usually a pretty good bet for the Kingsmen.
Only her second shot of the game. Made the first one.
Northwestern up 6. Great pass by Layden, knocked out of bounds on a very good defensive play by Clinton, who read the mail.
St. Andrews Products has joined our team with the finest in promotional products, advertising specialties, business gifts, and apparel. Call them at 800-628-9922 or visit their email at sales@standrewscorp.com. Your expectations become our standards, and our answer is always yes. Now, what's the question?
Madison Layden heating up her first 3 of the day, her 93rd of the year. And the Tigers have their biggest lead as they go up by 9. And Kathy Layden wants them to back off and put up the zone. Clinton goes inside, could not score. The rebound, battle for the loose ball, held ball called, alternating possession goes to Penn.
Where Clinton is feeling the pressure. They need a bucket. She's their most prolific scorer.
But she's only had 2 points in this game since the first quarter.
That's exactly right.
And that may be the biggest adjustment that's been made in this game by Northwestern. Costner will haul in the inbounds pass in the backcourt. You see the clock in the bottom right-hand corner of your Intera Credit Union scoreboard. Pate finds Clinton, and Clinton was fouled by Claire Merrill.
Merrill gave a little hip check there. She went by. That's her 3rd foul. The law offices of Len Zappia wish Penn success today in the semi-state. If you have a family law need, call Len Zappia, 287-2240. That's 287-2240.
Clinton almost with a dazzling play as she threw it off the back of the freshman McKenna Layden. Retrieved the ball but couldn't get the layup to go. And now Northwestern with a chance to go up by double digits going to the 4th. Madison Layden has had herself a huge 3rd quarter. And the senior drives and dishes. Merrill for 3. That's short. The rebound out of bounds off Jada Patton. And so Northwestern has a chance with 4.2 left.
Another offensive rebound for Northwestern. They've been pretty successful on the boards, as you would expect.
It's Merrill outside. She's got to hurry. and they didn't even get a shot off. A lack of awareness of what was going on the clock there for the Tigers, but everything else went well for Northwestern in that third quarter, especially thanks to Madison Layden. The state's second leading scorer has 19 points and puts the Tigers up by 9, headed to the fourth on 46. This edition of the 46th Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies. IFT, where quality is a way of life. Go back downstairs to Bo Hunt for a Bills Heating Sideline Report. Obviously, Madison Layden had a big third quarter, but how was she able to do that in the third?
I think the biggest thing was just the ball movement, just like what Kathy was talking about. They were really able to move the ball around and get her different looks on the inside and her driving ability as well. You know, when we look at the fourth quarter and look at this game in particular, went back and did some stats. The last 4 years, Penn has not allowed a team to score over 55 points in the last 4 years. That's no opponent whatsoever in the last 4 years. And when we look at Northwestern, the last 4 years, they only have 8 losses. 6 of those are when teams score over 55 points.
That was probably the bigger problem right now for Penn, is scoring enough points. They might be able to hold Northwestern below 55. The question is, can the Kingsmen get there? The fourth quarter brought to us by Bub Funeral Chapel.
You know, Chuck, we highlighted the free throws at halftime. Northwestern was 6 out of 6. In the third quarter alone, they were 6 out of 7. So for the ball game, 13 out of 14. Penn, meanwhile, is 3 out of 5.
Caroline Morris checks into the lineup now for Penn. And the inbound to Kendall Bostic, she couldn't get it to go. Here comes Penn on the run with Caitlin Costner. And Costner had to go off her foot, but Delaney Sanchez recovers. Costner for 3. That rims out. The rebound, though, to Sanchez again. Clinton drives all the way in for 2. Just her second basket since the first quarter.
Congratulations, Kingsmen, on a great season, and good luck today from Topping Dental Group, providing complete dental care and featuring no money down orthodontics. Visit Topping Dental Group in Napanee or Bristol for all of your dental needs.
Let's see how cagey the Tigers get here with this 7-point lead. They've pulled it out and given a little bit of a four-corner look, but then they've got Bostic isolated on Sanchez, and that was money. 16 now for Kendall Bostic. And a whistle and a travel called on Penn. Christy Ulrich will take a timeout. It's sponsored by Truck Accessories Group. 6:32 to go in regulation. Northwestern by 9 on 46. This edition of the 46th Game of the Week being brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association, partnering with TV 46 for 30 years.
Hey, good luck, Penn, from your friends at Truck Accessories Group, the maker of Lear brand truck caps. TAG is the #1 producer of fiberglass and aluminum truck caps, proudly made in the USA. Truck Accessories Group has been in your backyard for over 50 years, and we're a proud supporter of local high school sports.
42-33 in favor of the Northwestern Tigers, the top-ranked and undefeated team in Class 4A, with a 9-point lead on perennial power Penn. The winner headed to Indianapolis next Saturday night, right around 8:15, to play the winner of Lawrence North and Bedford North Lawrence. Claire Merrill with the basketball for the Tigers. Their point guard headed to Indiana Wesleyan. McKenna Layden trapped over on the sidelines and winds up throwing it away. Penn on the run. Costner in front of everybody for 2. Caitlin with 10, her 4th game in the tournament in double figures.
Good to see her back on the floor.
Kendall Bostic finds Merrill. Kingsman trying to trap. Easier said than done against the terrific height that Northwestern puts on the floor. Madison Layden dribbling through traffic. Well, Bostic was wide open on the opposite block, and they didn't see her.
Coach Merrill has the ball in the hands of the player she wants to have it.
Well, it's her best foul shooter. Caroline Morris called for the foul there, and now Layden goes back to the stripe.
Bub Funeral Chapel is here for your family and a proud supporter of high school athletics. Good luck to the Kingsmen. Bub Funeral Chapel offers the full range of services. Call them at 255-3126 or visit bubfuneralchapel.com.
Madison Layden now with 20 points. Her season low was 18, so she misses that free throw. She's missed 3 free throws for her today. That's
a bunch.
Epic. 8-point game. Penn has 5:20 to figure out a path back in this one.
Looking for some heroes.
Costner thought about the 3, instead took a running 2 and hit it. You can understand why Caitlin Costner has multiple D1 offers. She has 12 today. It's a 6-point contest.
Penn 3 out of 4 here in the fourth quarter.
Nearly a travel. It was a travel by Ellie Boyer.
Good call there, partner. Klein Custom Homes says go Penn. Beat Northwestern. Klein Custom Homes is Michiana's premier home builder. Come visit one of our exclusive neighborhoods, North Point Shores, Hidden Trails, or the villas at Cobblestone Square, all located in Granger. For more information, visit us at KleinCustomHomes.com. That's K-L-I-N-E, KleinCustomHomes.com.
Costner finds Shelton underneath for 2. And Treese with 6. It's down to a 4-point game. And a timeout for Kathy Layden and Northwestern. Check out the SBO replay and look at the little drive and dish by Caitlin Costner here to Antry Shelton.
Big effort by Penn to keep this a ball game. If it had gotten double figures, it could start to go away on you in a hurry. As it is, it's down to now to just a 4-point game, and we're in a game. And that's something that is probably new to this Northwestern team. When's the last time they were up by 4 in the fourth quarter?
Maine West was the one team that they beat by 3 this year. They're over in Illinois. A reminder, next week on TV 46, live coverage of all 4 games from Indianapolis in the IHSA Girls State Finals. We'll start you off at 10:30 in the morning with back-to-back games in 1A and 2A, and then take you at 6 o'clock. Northwood will play Salem. 8 o'clock, the winner of this game plays the winner of Lawrence North and Bedford North Lawrence.
What a day of basketball. Folks, Granger Lawnmower reminds you spring is right around the corner. It's time to get your lawnmower serviced and ready, or check out the new ones while selection is the best. Check out GrangerLawnmowerPlace.com.
Northwestern trying to protect a 4-point lead and an undefeated record. Madison Layden drives and dishes to Kendall Bostic for 2. Can you tell they've played together since the 3rd grade?
Could you tell the coach said get the ball back in the post?
Costner flings up a wild shot. Shelton somehow saved it. They've done a great job of covering up Pate in the corner, but she's trying to get loose now and does. Clinton will drive, fling it up, no good, and the rebound to Madison Layden. Don't think that's what Christy Kineski-Ulrich was looking for from that possession.
It almost felt like a shot clock issue, but obviously there's no shot clock in high school ball.
Bostic misses, and Costner in transition. Good defense by Northwestern to get back, but Merrill is called for her 3rd foul. And now Penn has a chance to make some hay while the clock is stopped with 3:19 to go. You'll get another look here at the drive on the SBO replay.
Defense just a hair late getting back. Folks, Hardware Plus is a proud supporter of high school sports and has been Osceola's favorite local hardware store for nearly a century, featuring a wide selection of products and customer service experts. Hardware Plus, where service begins with the words, "How can I help you?" and a handshake.
Costner with her average of 13 points. Young lady with a great motor. 74% free throw shooter, taking free throws sponsored by Klein Custom Homes. Back to a 4-point game. Penn putting the pressure out a little bit. Merrill, now Bostic. Look at Northwestern whip that ball around. There's Boyer underneath. She goes to McKenna Layden. And Layden gets out of the lane just in time to beat the 3-second violation.
Penn trying to cover the entire floor with 5. They could use another player, but you can't go 6 on 5, can you?
Boyer backdoor to Bostic for 2. Penn wasn't paying any attention to Ellie Boyer, and she was smart enough not to try to take it over Antrie Shelton. Clinton on the drive. Layden blocks her. Huge block right there for Northwestern.
And a one-and-done situation.
Layden to Bostic again. That's been the play here in the waning stages of the 4th. And Northwestern up 8. Christy Elrich wants a full timeout.
Foodies from all over are discovering a trip to Napanee to experience Route 152 Bistro and Brewery is well worth it. Featuring a 2-story layout with a big city look and feel, yet offering small town service. Route 152's eclectic menu is something for everyone. Find Route 152 on Facebook for more information.
You look at that Northwestern bench and you see their head coach Kathy Layden. 5 state titles, 3 at Tri-Central,
Correct.
2 at Northwestern. She is second only to Heritage Christian's Rick Reisinger in that category. Reisinger won 7 in his tenure with Heritage Christian.
For 60 years, Imagineering Finishing Technologies has been the industry knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. They set the standard for industries including automotive, medical, aerospace, military, and defense. Go to IFTworldwide.com for more information. IFT has earned national accreditation and worldwide respect. Like the teams in tonight's game, they're working toward a great finish.
Reminder for our viewers in Michiana, boys basketball back on TV 46 Friday night, and a good one. 2 red-hot teams. Marion takes on a Washington squad that has won 8 in a row. We'll see it Friday night, 11, and Saturday morning at 8:30 before the girls' state finals next weekend on 46. 8-point lead for Northwestern. Penn tried to go down low to Costner, but the ball was kicked by a Layden.
Penn's got to figure out if they've got a couple of 3-pointers in their system here. They got to get some points on that board in a hurry.
They've only had 3 points out of Reagan Pate today. Jordan Smith takes it in. Trinity Clinton. Now Smith for 3. The iron unkind. Shelton the rebound. Finds Pate cutting, and Pate is fouled. I believe they're going to call it on Madison Layden, but that's only, the scoreboard says 5 fouls right now against Northwestern, so they would still have some to give. That's their 6th now. And remember, Madison Layden had 2 fouls in the first quarter. She just picked up her 3rd. Now her 4th. And that'll send Penn to the line with Trinity Clinton.
Wow. See, Penn was looking for some kind of a spark, and 2 quick fouls on Layden, but under 2 minutes to go, I imagine she's going to stay out on the floor.
Clinton, only a 57% free throw shooter, had the game-winning layup last Saturday afternoon in the regional semifinal against Crown Point. Her free throw sponsored by Klein Custom Homes.
The Penn Boosters congratulate the Lady Kingsmen on a great season and are rooting for them today. Whatever school district you live in, join your school's Booster Club. They're an important group for schools. Last year, the Penn Booster Board gave over $50,000 back to academic clubs and sports. Follow them on Facebook for upcoming events. That's the Penn Booster Club.
Clinton couldn't get the second one to drop. 7-point lead for Northwestern. Long lead pass goes out of bounds. Penn will get a shot here with 1:33 left. And again, if you're trying to identify the 3-point shooters on the floor for the Kingsmen, primarily Smith and Pate. Costner's been known to hit one occasionally.
Pate's been getting a lot of special attention today from that defense from Northwestern.
Pate had her shot blocked by Claire Merrill. Shelton. Costner, did it go off of Layden? It did. Penn gets the ball back, but time now becoming an enemy of the Kingsmen. Clinton couldn't hit. Bostic, a big rebound. And a foul called against Trinity Clinton. She'll send McKenna Layden to the line. The freshman shoots 71% from the stripe.
Clinton's third foul of the ball game.
Christy Ulrich knew that she would have her hands full with this Northwestern team, but said her team wouldn't fear Northwestern. And they have not played with fear. They just have not been able to get that third score today like they normally have. Ellie Boyer back in the game. McKenna Layden, the youngest daughter of the coach, now has 3 points. Clinton comes the other way for Penn. Clinton, and we've got a whistle up top, an elbow call against Northwestern. They're going to call it on Claire Merrill. That's her fourth.
Well, maybe that's one of the most surprising stats, Chuck, is that nobody has fouled out of this game. We had an awful lot of them called.
Clinton back to the stripe. Can't get that one to go either. And the rebound to Bostic. And Bostic is fouled in the corner. They'll call it on Reagan Pate. So Bostic will go to the line for two. 73% free throw shooter. As we mentioned, she's going to play at Michigan State. Over 2,000 points and 1,000 rebounds in her prep career.
She's 7 out of 8 from the free throw line today.
And she buries that one. 23 points for Kendall Bostic, and Christy Koneski will take one more timeout with 9-point deficit and 48.8 seconds left.
Bostic with 10 points here in the fourth quarter alone.
I have the feeling that's who Bo Hunt's going to be talking to for our Player of the Game feature. Bo, you want to weigh in on a vote for this one with a Bills Heating Sideline Report?
I sure can weigh in on it. I think you're pretty right on that. I mean, I just think the first half, mainly the first, the start of the second quarter, what kept them in the game and got them going was Bostic. And I think her defensive ability, she had 3 blocks just on one stanza in the first half, a couple here in the second half, just some big rebounds as well. Just some great players for Northwestern, but if Northwestern is to hold on here, it probably will be Bostic.
Reminder on the radio Sunday, we've got women's basketball and college basketball on all of our Pulse FM frequencies. 103.1 has a big showdown at Assembly Hall between Archie Miller's Hoosiers and a top 10 ranked Penn State squad. Then at noon on 92.1 and 96.9, Bob Nagel hasn't seen enough basketball this week, so he'll do his 5th game in 4 days as Syracuse visits Notre Dame at Purcell Pavilion, and then he will just bathe in chloroseptic and Hall's lozenges.
Yeah, actually, it's been a fun weekend. We had a great game Friday night between Adams and Riley. Had 2 terrific games today. Notre Dame women's basketball having a tough season, but they'll be playing hard tomorrow against Syracuse.
Kendall Bostic with 24 today. Her season high 28 came against Tipton. 10-point lead for the Tigers, who will make their familiar jaunt down US 31 from Northwestern Howard County to Indianapolis next Saturday night.
And a frustration foul there for Penn. Had the ball taken away, and
Caitlin Costner picking up her 4th foul. Most of this Penn squad back next year. They do lose Pate, they lose Shelton, and they lose Sanchez. But Costner, Smith, they'll be back, along with Trinity Clinton, Jada Patton, as Madison Layden hits the first. Madison with 21 today.
First point of the fourth quarter for Madison.
4 misses. Man, is she going to be having to do something tomorrow? Here's a foul called on Ellie Boyer.
One of the things about this Northwestern team too, Chuck, is they only have 4 players who've been in the scoring column today, and that includes Merrill, who has 5, and just the 3 points for McKenna Layden. So they know where their strength is. That's Madison, Layden, and Kendall Bostic, and that's where they've gone today.
In a lot of ways, very similar to the 3A semi-state that we had with Payne and Ruley from Northwood.
Very much.
Trinity Clinton rattles home the first. Trinity with 15 today. She's the first junior in Penn history to reach 1,000 points. Been in double figures in 28 games this year. Scored 20 in the regional championship last Saturday night. Knocks down both of those. And the ball out of bounds off the foot of Jordan Smith. Stays with Northwestern. If the margin stays the same, this will be the closest any Indiana team has come to Northwestern this year. Smith called for the foul, and that'll do it for her day. She fouls out with 3 points.
Give it a good effort. He had a 3-pointer in that first half, but she'll go to the bench. Again, just a junior, she'll be back.
Missed most of this season with an ACL injury. Hopefully she can stay healthy through the summer and come back for a strong senior year as Madison Layden rolls in point number 22. Kathy Layden, a smile on her face for the Taylor and Evansville alum. Her family once in a national commercial for Hamburger Helper. Well, they'll eat high on the hog tonight down in northwestern Howard County. Coming home with another semi-state championship. Pate hits a running floater for just her 5th point of the contest. And a foul whistled here on Penn, and we'll see who it's on.
Yeah, Penn spending everything they have here in the final minutes of the game, but Chuck, it really kind of got away from them in the end of the third quarter, and it was a great third quarter for Northwestern, but they led 40-31 after 3 quarters.
McKenna Layden misses off the side of the rim. She'll get one more. Penn will see an outstanding season come to an end with a record of 27-3. Northwestern will try to make it 30-0 next Saturday night in Bankers Life Fieldhouse.
Well, you give credit to Coach Layden in her game plan today. They wanted to eliminate Pate's 3-point opportunities. They wanted to dominate inside. They wanted to build up fouls against Penn by taking the ball strong to the basket, and they were successful in that effort.
Regan Pate from nearly half court. Off the back iron, no good. And this one belongs to the Northwestern Tigers. They'll look for the three-peat next Saturday night in Indianapolis. The final score from LaPorte's high school gym in LaPorte, Indiana. Northwestern 56, Penn 46. When we return, we'll have our IU South Bend Fulfilling the Promise player of the game and our electrifying play of the game. It's all next on the 46 Game of the Week.
Thanks for watching the WHME TV 46 High School Game of the Week, brought to you by
the folks from Northwestern Howard County are celebrating on the floor here in LaPorte. Their beloved Northwestern Tigers cutting down the nets after a 56-46 4A semi-state win over number 6 Penn. And so the Tigers move on to the championship game next Saturday night, facing either Lawrence North or Bedford North Lawrence. Chuck Freeby and Bob Nagel high above the fray here in LaPorte, and we expected Northwestern to win because they were the top-ranked and undefeated team. Penn gave them everything they wanted.
They really did, especially early on. They came out acting like Tigers, and then as the fouls kind of added up, they had to make some adjustments, and they just didn't have the depth. They certainly didn't have the size to battle against Northwestern inside like they wanted to. Give credit to Bostic and Layden. They did their job, and I tell you what, it just was a game where the better team won, probably, but they were held to 56 points. That's about 20 under their season average. So Penn did a lot of really good things today.
For the second game today, we honor a post player with our IU South Bend Fulfilling the Promise Player of the Game award. Bo Hunt is standing by with her now.
Standing by with our player of the game, Kendall Bostic. First off, 24 points tonight. Congratulations on the semi-state victory.
Thank you so much. It's just great to be back with these girls especially and been able to win against such a great team. Penn is a great team, so this is really cool.
You guys did so well the last 2 years. They just bumped you up and said, you know what, you got to do it in 4A.
Yeah.
You know what, you guys are going back there in 4A. How does this feel?
It feels great. You know, being able to play against some of these teams is really fun because the competition is just so good, and it's so cool to be able to come out here and work on different things.
How fun has it been playing with these girls? You've been playing since you've been in third grade all the way up, and how fun has that been to build that relationship and play with your friends?
It's been great. You know, we've played with each other since I think fourth grade, so being able to have the connections that we do, and we know where each other's going to be and different things. So on the court, it's really, really nice.
You got a lot of planning this week. Good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Bo and Kendall. And now time to look at our electrifying play of the game, sponsored by the Electrical Workers of Local 153. Trinity Clinton, the two-time NIC MVP, had some moments today.
She really did, and she took it on her, put them on her back there for a while, and getting up and down the floor, and very quick. She's a very strong young lady as well. You know, usually when we're looking for the electrifying play, we're looking for a slam dunk, and obviously you won't have that in girls basketball. So it's a great equalizer, and I give Trinity Clinton all the credit in the world for her effort today and her effort during the season to get back here and be healthy.
So good luck to Northwestern as they go down to Bankers Life next week. We'll have all 4 games from the IHSA State Finals for you on TV 46. And our thanks to our TV 46 crew. 3 games in 24 hours doesn't happen without a lot of effort from a lot of folks. And Dean Korsma, our production manager, cobbling things together and making things work along with our other dedicated staff here at Family Broadcasting Corporation. Now, a reminder, next Friday night we go back to the boys' side for the final game of the regular season as the 6th-ranked Marion Knights venture over to the Great Western Forum in South Bend to take on the Washington Panthers. We'll have it for you live on YouTube and Facebook at 7:45 and on TV 46 Friday night 11 and Saturday morning at 8:30, followed by all 4 games of the IHSA State Finals. And a reminder to follow us on Twitter at 46 Sports. Now for my broadcast partners, the Hall of Famers, Bob Nagel and Bo Hunt, it's Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final score, Northwestern 56, Penn 46. Congratulations to the Tigers and so long from LaPorte.